with homeowners who are just dealing with absolute devastation, and she's sharing their stories right now. Samantha?
Yeah, Peter, heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching. That's the only way to describe what you see when you're walking around the historic district. Heartbreaking. I had chills when you were talking about how many people were rescued. We know dozens of people were rescued from their homes because water was just too high. Now, these folks in this home behind me, they didn't have to get rescued, but they did have more than 2 feet of water inside. Take a look at some of this video from the historic home. We're just across the street from Gilchrist Park. The family tells me they've lived here for about a decade and they have never had water in their home. Last night, that changed. The Peace River crossed West Red Esplanade and put about 2 feet inside their garage and their bottom level. And it wasn't just standing water either. Paul Chipka says there was a strong pull.
So this is part of the trusses for our Widow's Walk. This was actually in the driveway over there. So it lifted this up and moved it. And if you look all the way down there, that's the rest of the wood trusses that were up here in our driveway. So the storm surge just took this out. You can't even lift that.
And looking over the city now, a lot of the water has gone down, but recovery is going to take a much longer time. This is sand all over the place, people's household belongings drying out in the yard. While we were with Paul, a business already walked up trying to sell them junk removal services. Now, we want to remind you to be very careful who you do business with.
Unfortunately, after any type of disaster, there are individuals who will prey upon people in their recovery. It's very important that our residents remain alert to the potential for fraud or gouging. Ensure that you see their license, their ability to actually operate as a business within the state of Florida, their licensure under the Department of Business and Professional Regulation to do the work, the specific work that they're being contracted to do.
And these floodwaters have impacted all parts of the city, including the Peace River Wildlife Center. Peter, you just mentioned that a few minutes ago, and that's over at Ponce Park. Coming up at 5 o'clock, I'll show you some of the damage, the urgent cry for help, and how you can help them in their time of need. But for now, I am live and local in the historic district of Punta Gorda. Samantha Serban, NBC2.